It's time for Sunrise with the Sleepy Boys.
Forgive us, Father, for we are about to sin and be very naughty boys.
Don't forget to check out w.gg and use the promo code SleepyBoys for 10% off your order. Hey, Brandon, how do you... I want to comment on your latest picture.
F8. I've been called it enough that I know.
That's going to be so many meows. I can't wait for it.
Meows?
Oh yeah, I don't use like bleeps or anything, so whenever somebody says something that I can't keep, I just meow it. One of my favorite snips I ever did that for was there was an episode where I was going to get a pair of headphones real quick, and I was getting my kitty cat headphones that Angel bought me, and Jeff's like, "Yeah, go on, get your ass headphones." And so normally I'll just put like one meow, right? But when Jeff said that, I put like 17 meows just overlapping, under playing each other. I wish I remember. Say,
the thing is, I won't drop the full word, but I'll drop a frag grenade every once in a while. I said frag. We're fine.
Toss a grenade out there, yeah.
Yeah, that's a meow.
I've put cocks in my mouth. It's okay for me to say it.
Yeah, but, as somebody that was ridiculed mercilessly and also identifies as bi, I own it. I don't give a fuck.
By what?
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
That was a dumb joke. I'm upset that you laughed at it, but I do appreciate it.
I felt that on a spiritual
no, but, Jeff, we were hanging out in Chicago, and we'd be hanging out afterwards, and he would just drop the hard, just bam, whole word. It's just like every time he did, I felt like I was like being like, like shocked. Like, oh, that's what that whole word sounds like.
That's fair.
Which one did you comment that on?
I didn't actually comment that.
Oh.
I was like, I'm pretty sure if I did that, Facebook would be like, no. I was going to do it of on your profile picture.
I will say my grandma absolutely would report you.
Your grandma, well, somebody named Linda commented and it's a star.
Yeah, Linda went to church with us.
I don't recognize her, so.
What is it like having Facebook and being connected to all these
like
strangers?
Such a bitch with
it's exhausting.
Ass Mike.
It's exhausting.
I don't have a Facebook.
I don't. The only reason I have Facebook still is to keep up with. But my grandma likes me having Facebook. Yeah, nailed it. Keep up with the Kardashians. My grandma likes me having it. And I just, at this point, I've had it so long. The thing is, though, I've cultivated a good friend group on Facebook. Anytime that anybody ever does anything misogynistic or dumb, I'm just like, well, I have a level of degrees. Where it's like anytime anything misogynistic or just bigoted comes up, I'm just like, well, that for sure is getting you unfollowed, but might not unfriend you, especially if they're like a relative, because you won't see it anyways. But however, there are times where it's like, that was racist, bigoted, and homophobic. That's a full-on block, my friend. So I have varying degrees. I also do not engage with people the same way I used to. I would get in modes where I would intentionally try to piss off people on my friend list to see if they would unfollow. And so I would just tell Jasmine, like, hey babe, I'm choosing chaos today. And she goes, oh God, thanks for the heads up. And just like, there would be times where I'd have a friend that would just post something and then I would just be like, I would just troll them and just call them idiots. And oh man, the amount of times I either got someone to call me or the hard R for someone who is slow. or mentally challenged, the amount of times I got people to call me that, real high, real high. So,
and these are people that say that they're your friends?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, if your friends can't call you that, who can?
Well, I know, right? But I don't do that anymore because I don't have the time. Oh, now, however, I will say that if I see one of my friends that is going through it and they're trying to like stick up for like their beliefs or like talking about like trans rights or something, or like female reproductive rights, or just female health and women's health in general, I absolutely will jump in and just like, dude, we're going down together. If people are gonna take us out, like I'm going elbow swinging, brother. Just like, so there's many a times where I've gotten phone calls or texts from people's spouses like, can you please stop doing it? You're adding fuel to the fire. And I'm like, fuck you. You can't tell me what to do. He's my brother. I'm going down with him. Just like, it's mostly my friend Tommy. Anytime my friend Tommy posts anything and he gets flack, I will jump into the pit of hell with that kid.
Dowdy?
Yeah.
Like, wait. Give me an example. I don't think I'm fully understanding what it is that he's doing.
Tommy will full on just be like, all you Republicans are fucking stupid, and here's why, and just point out all the flaws and just all their mislogical, I know I'm not speaking properly. I've had a lot of alcohol tonight. But just all of their misinformation and their double standards and just, preaching love but practicing hate. And he just goes after all of them. And I'm like, I'm going down to the pits with you, brother. I'm going to do it with you.
I avoid politics, you know this. But I will say that it goes both ways. It really does. It's just, it depends on the person that's talking.
It does go both ways. I fully understand. But at the same time, when it comes down to like basic human rights and treating people with decency,
honestly, I just think we need to take away rights from everybody.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going full on nihilism.
I mean, it would make life a lot easier.
I'm here for it.
Say what, Angel?
I'm here for it.
I actually wrote this song, and there's a lyric in it that I'm really proud of.
Is it the one where Uncle Charlie goes to jail?
No. Because I didn't ever write any of those lyrics. That was all you, buddy. I wrote this lyric that's gosh dang it. I'm trying to remember exactly how I phrased it. But it's essentially, it's like, I often dream about being a nihilist, but I'm too optimistic. Like, I'm too optimistic to fully give in to being a nihilist, was essentially how the lyric went. But I love dabbling in nihilism playfully. I love playful nihilism.
Your music is so pretentious.
Fuck off.
I love you so much, dude. You know I do, but God.
I write a lot about, I get into a lot about my trauma.
I know you do. I understand.
So
I respect that, but God.
That song I wrote was actually about how I've never felt good enough for my dad. So
boy, howdy.
It was good. Good. It was written about how I felt like I was never good enough for my dad, and then also it was dealing with the early stages of my deconstruction of my faith. So fun stuff.
Well, now that we're all depressed,
your relationship with your dad is now.
It's better. It's certainly we have not had a fight since
he saw me over at his house, and he was like, "Why is he here?"
Funny. No, we had a fight right before we got married, and that was a knockout, dragged out fight. That was pretty bad. We haven't had any issues since, except he made a real fucking snide ass comment when I was doing him a favor in front of all of his whiskey group friends, like all these guys that live in his really uppity neighborhood. And they do a bourbon group together. Tons of great guys, really, really nice dudes. But I did him a favor, put together this whole whiskey lineup for their first tasting. And my dad apparently found my whiskey page and realized that I'm an adult and I have a filthy mouth every once in a while. And he straight up called me out in front of his friends while I was on a video call because he tried to get me to fly out. I couldn't fly out because I had music stuff that I was doing. It's like, I legitimately do not have the time to fly out to Nashville to do one night of a whiskey tasting. I'm sorry, I can't. So he was butthurt about it. And then he was like, oh, well, why don't we video call you in? I'm like, well, I could do it, but the night that you're wanting to do it is still the night that I have music. So I'm literally like, at first I told him I couldn't do it because of that reason. I was like, you know what? I'll set aside 15 minutes, introduce all the whiskeys that we're going to be talking about, and then I'll bounce. And during his introduction, he legitimately was like, so here's my son, Brandon. He does a whiskey page as well out of Austin. I would mention his whiskey page at this point if it weren't for the fact that he has a horrible mouth, and I do not like or support any of the things that he says, and especially considering that he has my name. So, yeah, here's Brandon to talk about the whiskey. And he thought he was being funny, and nobody laughed. No one thought it was funny at all. It was fucking crickets. And then I straight up was like, well, with that raging endorsement of everything that I've been working to do, and after slaving over and putting together this tasting for y'all together on my own free time, here you go. And all of them fell in love with me and messaged me on a regular basis asking me for suggestions, and some of them follow my page and tell me that my dad is just uptight. So I'm just like, cool, I guess I win in the end.
Let me ask you this.
This was a huge... I was furious. Like, I was shaking with anger. I was so mad about this whole interaction. And he does not know that this is a thing that I've been angry at him for. I'm not still angry. For me now at this point, I'm like, this is just a dumb, funny story, I guess, that I have now that I get to add to my trauma pile. My mom knows about it because I've talked to her. And she just straight up was like, I wouldn't even bother bringing it up to him. He probably has no idea that he did it. So,
yeah, that just seems to be the way dads are, that they don't realize how bad they fucked people up sometimes. Follow-up question to your...
Oh, my mom does this thing now, though, when you're talking about like how dads don't realize how badly they fucked up. My mom is now at this point where she drinks enough where she wants to play family therapist. But the thing is, there's a difference with with a therapist and then somebody that just explains away your trauma. Because she's like, well, tell me all about, like, what bothers you? What do you have? Like, let's get into it. Let's really work this stuff out. And then I'll tell her, and she goes, but come on, that's not really that bad. There's been kids who had it way worse than you did. And I'm just like, that is not okay to do that to me. How fucking dare you? So now I just don't, like, now my mom gets like this, and I'm just like, she straight up is just like, but seriously, like, are you really that messed up? Did we really mess you up that bad? Come on, we didn't mess you up that bad. You're still living, breathing, and you look really happy, and you seem to be doing fine. I'm just like, I can't. This is a lot. This is a lot. I'm actually tormented constantly about memories about how horrible my relationship with Dad was, and how I felt like our relationship really struggled because you would support this monster that I had to grow up with. But to answer your question, as far as like finish the statement, my dad's done a lot of growing in the last 10 years, so. He's done a lot of change. Is he perfect? No, he still has things that he's still hung up on that we don't talk about. We just can't. He just gets upset and angry. And there's no getting through to him on it. And it's fine. I'm like, you know what? If this is the thing that I never get to talk to my dad about, there are worse things that people... Like, there are people that don't talk to their dads. And I'm at least happy to say that I talk to my dad. I love talking to him. We have great moments. We hang out, we talk about whiskey, we go on trips together, and we have a great time, and we haven't had an issue since. So,
does he know about the podcast?
He knows that we do a podcast together. I don't think he listens. I hope he doesn't.
You know what? I'm going to reach out to him.
Please don't.
Me and him, we're on good terms now. It's okay.
So, whenever I want to let the chaos rule for the day, I just go to Dairy Queen twice.
Okay.
All right. So when you go to Dairy Queen, what's your go-to?
Currently, it is the ice cream cupcakes.
What the fuck is this?
It's like a cupcake with ice
It's a slice
cream.
of Dairy Queen ice cream cake, except it's in a cup. So it's mobile.
I don't know if anybody...
Oh, wait. Hold on 1 second. I have some still.
Should we tell her that all Dairy Queen...
She can still hear us.
Comes in a cup?
She can still hear us.
Okay.
Her headphones are Bluetooth.
Well, she could still walk. I have Bluetooth headphones, and if I leave my living room and I'm playing PlayStation, they cut out.
Well, that's just because you have ratchet stuff.
They're really fucking nice. You shut your whore mouth.
Make me.
You beautiful bitch.
I love you, bud.
I will. I'll make you close your mouth wrapped around my cock.
I love you. I'm glad
I love you too.
I'm glad that we get to have these. This feels like the old days of our podcast.
It does. I like these. I also
that whole interaction. Ice cream cupcake.
Okay. All right. So it's almost
like fudgy swirl.
Yeah. I see it. All right. So it's more in the sense, instead of it being like an ice cream cupcake, because I'm assuming that top part's not icing.
Oh, no, that's just how you order them at the Dairy Queens. Here, you call them ice cream cupcakes.
This looks more like an ice cream parfait.
I feel like what happened, babe, is that you called it that one time and they felt bad, so they didn't correct you.
I mean, when you see a girl that looks like this, are you going to correct her?
I used to struggle with it because I'd be like, so I want like one of those, I want a slice of Dairy Queen ice cream cake, but I want it to go.
All right, so hold on.
Like
hold on. Now we're getting deeper into the rabbit hole of what this thing is. So this is Dairy Queen ice cream cake.
Yeah.
But in a cup.
Yes.
Okay, then I will allow it to be called a Dairy Queen cupcake. I think it's fine. There's enough logic and reason there. You can pull up the menu. I'm still...
I just complained about the prices.
Speaking of ice
last
cream,
year. Yes.
So
yes, Mark.
You guys have Blue Bunny down in Texas, right? I don't remember. It's been a while.
Blue Bunny in the sense like we can get like the Blue Bunny ice cream bars. Yes.
Do you guys have like just like regular Blue Bunny gallons of ice cream or pints?
I think so. See, here's the thing. I think we do, but I'm also fully Texified at this point.
Right. So you eat
where
Bluebell.
I don't even bother looking at other ice cream if it's not an HEB Creamy Creation or Bluebell.
I understand.
My one excuse that I do make is if I ever see the Breyer's peach ice cream, I will absolutely get that.
Okay. If next time you're at the store, do me a solid and look and see if they have Blue Bunny soft serve ice cream.
Okay.
Because okay. You know how like when you get ice cream out of the freezer and it's a little hard, you know.
All right, look, that looks more like a cupcake because it's got the blue icing on top too.
Well, this one's Easter edition.
So they just decided to not give you icing?
On Second Chaos Run, hers got frosting. Mine got pictures.
Okay, all right, I'll allow it.
All right.
This makes sense.
So...
Not that you needed my justification.
Yeah.
But I also like to know, I'm like, okay, cool. In a world where things at fast food restaurants or like chain restaurants are named things that they shouldn't be named, this is one of those. I'm like, you know what? This makes sense. I'm fine with that.
All right. So look for Blue Bunny soft serve ice cream. Because like, you know, when you open up ice cream out of the freezer, it's typically like it's pretty hard. You have to let it sit out for a second before you can like dip into it, right?
Right, of course.
Or like you run the spoon under hot water, get it warmed up kind of thing.
Yep.
I shit you not. You can take out this Blue Bunny soft serve that's been in your freezer for months, right? And literally,
don't know why you would have.
I'm just saying you could.
This is about to be his experience.
You could, because she's been saving some from when I was there. Yes.
I hope it breaks your fucking jaw when you try to like munch into there.
No,
Like, it's soft serve.
I'm not kidding. I am one of those people that will like I'll test it, see how easily I can get a spoon in there before I like do anything else. Right? I'm not kidding.
Angel can confirm he tested the water with you by putting a spoon in you.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Smart. All right, good. Consistency.
This fucking spoon, like I'm not kidding. It slid into the ice cream like butter.
Now you're just being sexual.
No.
I mean, I have a tub in the freezer.
Go get it. Go get it right now. Go get it right now.
Okay.
You brought this information on yourself.
All right, so I need you to be 100% honest with me. Do you like this one, or is it the similar thing with Aaron, and you were like, ugh, I hate her.
No, the difference is Angel likes me. Aaron did not like anybody.
Didn't like anybody.
Right, but also included in that is she didn't like me. So, and I tried. I worked so hard to make that work.
I tried to make her like me too.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, she's such a
laugh. That one was a little bit sad. Are you okay?
Oh, yeah, that's right. 'Cause she can't hear us.
I'm fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, all right. So look,
your ice cream. Yes.
Okay. Immediately, I don't like this packaging.
I don't personally like this one.
This is upsetting to me for some reason.
Okay.
Look, I mean, crack it.
To be better?
Okay, cookies and
Does that make it worse?
Man, I don't like. All right, so here's the thing. This is going to be separate. Like, I know it's soft serve, so they legitimately have to approach it differently. But right from the get-go, I'm concerned about the cookie to cream ratio of this ice cream.
It's perfect, dude.
See, for me, like, this is what do you mean?
She thinks that there's
I personally don't like this one. It's not my favorite. I don't.
Tell me why.
The texture is off for me. I don't like. I like my cookie chunks or something like that. But
that's what I like. I like a good chunk of like Oreo cookie in my cookies and cream, which is why Bluebell makes the perfect cookies and cream, massive chunks. Sometimes, if you're lucky, you'll get a whole like chunk of both cream cookie in your bite. When it's
that's perfect. A premium bite.
Premium product.
But this is also premium in that like it actually does scoop really super easy. And he likes it. It's actually creamy and it's a quality cream, but it's the texture is off, but it is nice.
See, tasting. For me, like texture and ice cream is like a huge thing for me.
Okay, this may be just me. My teeth are very sensitive to temperature.
Yeah, we know. Everything about your mouth is sensitive. You can't handle spice. You have soft teeth. Like,
my teeth only get hard when I'm hungry. No, babe, I swear I'm not hungry. Bullshit, I see how hard you are.
Anytime Mark says he has a heart on, that just means he's hungry.
It's not true. It's not true.
It's true.
Look, I might not be able to eat spicy things or cold things, but I can eat a lot of things, okay?
You eat a lot of ass.
Like me.
There you go. All right, so while we're talking about ice cream, because I'm always fascinated by this, what is everybody's go-to flavor? And I don't mean like regional flavor. I'm talking like if you go, like, let's use the Baskin-Robbins rule. If you can go to Baskin-Robbins and get a flavor of ice cream, what are you going with?
I'm going to look at the Baskin-Robbins menu so I know what I can choose from.
It's 31 flavors, so you got a lot to choose from.
So here's the thing: is it depends. I am a huge fan of like the rainbow sherbet.
Cool. Appreciate your proper pronunciation of sherbet.
Yeah, because it's not sorbet, it's not sherbet, it's sherbet.
Well, sorbet is something different.
Exactly. Yeah, I have people that I know that pronounce it sorbet.
No, they're wrong.
I know.
I can only choose one.
It doesn't have to be one, but what's your typical go-to?
I like cake batter flavor.
Cotton candy is usually my typical go-to.
Cotton candy is okay. So all right. So I heard cotton candy and cookie dough. What was the third? Was the one sandwiched in between?
Chocolate chip cookie dough.
Okay.
Together.
Yeah. You said chocolate chip cookie dough. Was there?
Yeah.
So it's just chocolate chip cookie dough and cotton candy.
Mm-hmm.
And then I said cake batter.
Cotton candy slaps, especially when you go to like a small mom and pop shop that makes cotton candy ice cream like themselves. There's something about that flavor of cotton candy. You're like, look, I know this is not what actual cotton candy tastes like, but this is better. I love cotton candy ice cream for that. There's an ice cream shop in Rye, New Hampshire that they do like one giant scoops of ice cream and 3 flavors slap every single time, and I always get them. One is coffee, not espresso, so it doesn't have like the bits and stuff in there. Just creamy, like a just cream coffee, just delicious. Cotton candy, and then black raspberry.
Oh,
yes.
But that one would go really good with coffee together.
It does, and I get that a lot. Like that's my usual go-to. Get that in a big ass waffle cone.
That sounds so good. I am so ready for ice cream season. And I'm so excited.
Which is so funny because I often forget that you live in a part of the country where your ice cream stands are seasonal. Because I grew up in Virginia and our ice cream stands were the same way. And in Fredericksburg, we had this place called Carl's that we'd always go to. And the best thing about them was their malt shakes were amazing, but I'd always get their pineapple ice cream just because they would do like the pineapple chunks, like old school. Like this isn't like a pineapple ice cream. It's here you go. Here's our soft serve vanilla, and then they're bam, just they fold in the pineapple as they go.
Yeah.
And they were always seasonal. So there's been times where I was in Virginia and it was just like, I'm here too soon. They're not open. And there's the last time I went to Virginia, I showed up the day they opened for the season. And I was like,
that's like lucky ducky.
I'm here. And I'm so excited because on that same note, New Hampshire works the same way. And I was always super bummed out because a lot of my winter months and stuff were spent in New Hampshire. Just that's kind of how it flushed out. It was usually Thanksgiving break that we'd go. We'd go during the summer a lot, but you couldn't always get it when we went. I'm super excited. I'm going in July for a family reunion, and I'm absolutely eating my weight in ice cream while I'm there.
Is this one that I get to go to?
No.
Why? You never take me to your reunions. You only ever want to take me with you to conventions and stuff.
Yeah.
What bullshit, man.
My family cannot handle you.
I can behave when I have to.
I'd take you to family reunions.
Say what?
If I had family, I'd take you to family.
Here's the thing. If it was like my mom's side of the family, I'd take you, Mark. Absolutely.
Brandon, when I need to, I can turn it on. I can behave.
Oh, I know you can.
I'd be sitting at the dinner table and I'd be like, Mrs. Philbrick, this was an amazing dinner. This was fucking bomb. And she'd be like, oh, thank you.
That's not my mom's not old.
No, it's your dad's mom. It's your grandma.
My Grammy.
Oh, Brandon, you should bring this young whippersnapper along more often. I like the cut of his jib. And then Grandpa's like sitting over in the cuck chair, and he just looks at me and he goes,
That's what we call it, the family cuck chair.
the Philbrick family cuck chair.
Some families call it a family lazy boy. Not ours. Family cuck chair.
All right, out of the cuck chair. Grandpa wants to sit there.
No, it's mine now. And that's how he really gets cucked, because no one will let him sit in it.
God. Okay, so you Brandon, you know the chair that That when you flew in and you came to my sister's house and I was asleep on the chair.
Yeah, and I found you like this.
Yeah, you found me just completely unconscious in a chair. Babe, I don't know if you knew about this. Was very shortly after you and I started actually like pursuing romance and stuff.
No, I can tell you exactly when it was. You sent Mark like a marshmallow, fluffmallow, squishmallow covered in glitter, and Mark and I were sitting in his dorm, and I was like, Mark, this is the moment where you find out if your girlfriend is for real or if she's going to kill you. And the thing that sucks is if there's a bomb in there, I also get to die too. and then we saw the glitter on the tape, and I was like, this is not a good sign. This is dangerous.
So here's the funny thing. We'll loop back to the cuck chair. So here's what happened.
Don't have to.
Was she and I usually would like that. We were the first person we said good morning to in the morning, kind of thing, right? At that point. But the thing is she wakes up so much earlier than I do. So
she's 2 hours ahead of you.
Exactly. So she'd message me at like 5 o'clock in the morning, and I would just wake up and roll over. Oh, I have a new message from this hot girl I'm trying to entrap. And it was just
your pause that you took sounded like you were going to say something derogatory.
Sorry, I hiccuped. So I was like trying to, I liked talking with her. I was like, yeah, she's really fucking cute. Hopefully we can make this thing work. So she had messaged me and she's like, hey, I hope this doesn't sound weird, but I like sending little gifties to my friends when it's their birthday. Could I get your address?
Yes, I know. I was there for this, and he was telling me this, and I was immediately like, this is sus. This is concerning.
I was
also... Oh, go ahead, Mark.
I was half asleep when I read it, and I was like, "Yeah, whatever." And I typed my address. The next morning, like I go back to sleep for like another 2 hours. I wake up and I look at the message history, and I message her like, "Please don't send me anything weird."
So the thing that was absolutely amazing. So Mark was legitimately like, "If there's something embarrassing in here, at least you're the one that's here with me." And I'm like, "That's fair. That's absolutely fair." We were recording something. It was the banjo. We were recording Halloween,
the Christmas
because we
one, yeah.
talk about it in that episode. Like, we have this package that's sitting here. We need to open this at some point.
So what happened was I opened it, and because it was a misshapen package. It was not like an Amazon box.
It was like it had 2 flat sides and 2 rounded sides.
Yeah,
and I was like, there is already glitter pouring out of this thing. I think this thing is filled with a glitter bomb, and I don't know if I'm ready for this. Because literally, I was hanging out with Mark 40 minutes before my flight, and I was like, if this thing explodes glitter on me, I'm just going to be covered in glitter on the plane.
To be fair, I would have given you a change of clothes.
Oh, because that's better. Hi, I'm here for my flight. I swear I'm not up to anything sketchy. I know I'm wearing clothes that are 2 sizes too big for me, but I swear I'm a good American citizen.
Brandon, what size shirt do you wear? What size shirt do you wear?
I'm a large.
Okay, yeah, you're right then.
Yeah, I know your fucking size, you goon.
Hey man, people make fun of me for being chubby. I don't know. So I open this and it explodes upward. Like the box doesn't I don't open it, it just goes
just because of the squishmallow just going
yeah. And I'm
like, if you had gotten a Tufted Needle mattress and then all of a sudden it just starts going as soon as you take it out of the box.
And so I'm like, okay, cool. It's squishy, and you had sprayed it with your scent, and I was like, that's great. I like it.
Which was another good sign. I was like, all right. She sprayed it in her scent.
She knows what she's doing. She's trying to entrap me.
She has a good scent that she's got. This is a quality, good, just normal day-to-day scent.
And then I get the card, and I'm like, okay, I already know what's going to happen with this card. So I went into the bathroom and held it in a trash can and pulled it out. Didn't get glitter anywhere. Pooper. And then I get the other envelope that had the perfume scent that you had sent to me as a sampler so I could respray it if I needed to. My immediate thought was, she just sent me a bottle of lube.
He did. He was like, Brandon, is this lube? And I was like, no, that has a spray nozzle on it.
Yep. So, it was probably one of the coolest birthday presents I've ever gotten.
It was sweet. That's what it was. It was thoughtful
very
and sweet.
Yeah.
I'm glad he opened it with me instead of having to hear this because it's way funnier with me being there.
You know what?
If it was just him by himself, it's just cute. Like, it's a really cute gift. But I was like, I'm so glad you waited to open this till I was with you. But yeah, I was like, this could be a bomb. Like, this could be it.
For sure. I always try to put as much glitter.
Why is there a hole in it?
To fuck.
Easy access.
Now tell him how many more you've bought of those damn things for me.
Well, I see a few on the bed.
Yeah,
so
tell him which one's on the bed or mine.
Start.
He's got this one, but I'm currently trying to break it in because it's still new and it's just.
I didn't know that was mine. I thought that was one of yours.
That looks like a huffalump.
It's a woolly mammoth.
Right now.
I see it, but the ears make it look like a huffalump.
A heffalump's just an elephant.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, but with an H.
You have all your squishes. Did you take your squishes back?
No, I didn't take any
Yep,
of them.
he dumped out his clothes and took all of his squishimals.
Ooh, I did get you this though because it was so cute and I couldn't resist.
Damn it, woman!
So that's a part of your collection now.
Okay. She buys me pug things because Pua. You met Pua.
Oh yeah, I know Pua.
I love Pua. He got me through he literally got me through my post my wife leaving me depression. So.
Oh, it's cute.
It's a squishy.
I see.
That one looks more like Dak.
Well, you can punch it when you're angry.
No, I love Dak too. He's just dumb.
It's not as much.
Yeah, no, that's very true. And you know what? It's okay to not love everything exactly the same. You
can't big L everything. You got to have some little L's.
Exactly. I love having Dak around. He's great for cuddling, but Pua got me through the hardest time of my life.
Pua.
But yeah, so since then she's bought me a vampire kitten, a Triceratops, and 3 other ones. I don't know where they're all at. They're all in boxes getting ready to be moved.
Fair. I was going to say that's the cleanest I've seen your closet.
Oh, that's just because that's the closet. You can't see the rest of the room.
You usually can't.
You're not going to see the rest of the room. It's a
nightmare. You don't want the viewers to see it?
Well, this whole getting ready to move to Ohio thing came up a lot faster than I anticipated after me getting fired and all. So
me too.
Now
when are you supposed to move?
Right after my graduation. So May the 4th.
Okay.
Is my graduation. The grad party's going to be that Saturday.
Uh-huh.
And then we're going to leave grad party will be either Friday or Saturday, one of the two. And then we'll be leaving probably either Saturday or Sunday. So pretty soon.
All right, there you go.
Yeah, so while you're here, we'll spend all the time together, just hugging and kissing and snoodling,
snoodling,
just sucking each other.
I already brought up my concerns to him. My concerns were that he can snuggle you for sure. That's all cool, but I also want snuggle time with him. We gotta share. We gotta share.
Oh, I know. We'll work out some independent.
No, guys, no
snoodling.
But I'm greedy, so I want more of the share, please.
I mean, that's fine. I've had him longer.
Angel's the little spoon. I'm the middle spoon. Brandon's the big spoon.
That's also true.
Brandon's dick just flops down off the edge of the bed.
It actually goes up and over your head so you can suckle on it like a pacifier.
All right. Bedtime, everyone.
Nighty night.
Yummies. Have a good night. Drink water so you don't get a hangover.
Oh, you're so sweet. I'm not going to do that. No, I'm kidding.
I should drink water. I'm thirsty.
I will drink.
Everyone drink water. Hydrate.
Everyone drink water.
Sleep.
My lips.
You know what?
Include that in the
outro. Include that in the outro for this episode, Mark. Everybody drink water.
My lips have been so dry.
You're dehydrated. Your kidneys in your body are screaming at you. You're not sleeping properly. You're not making it. You're waking up groggy. Your body's having a hard time metabolizing certain things from lack of hydration. So drink water.
No.
And I hope you guys have all the best dreams with all the best sleep.
I'd settle for okay sleep and okay dreams at this point. Best dreams. I feel like I'm shooting for the moon. That might be too much of an ask right now. There's been like 3 times this week where I've just woken up in a cold sweat, but I can't remember the dream, so I have no idea what happened.
That's just me standing over your bed.
Oh, I felt him. He's nearby.
He's here.
Why am I? It's not even my sweat. It's just your sweat.
I'm just dripping down on you.
Why is this called? This is what is this?
It smells like Comic-Con 2017.
That was a hell of a sweat. That was a mighty odor.
That was fucking funky.
I've still to this day don't know what happened to that suit.
I do.
What happened to it?
Caleb tore the cowl and then Scott threw away the rest of the suit.
He's such a cunt.
Yeah.
All right. And on that note.
All right. Good night, guys.
Good night. Love y'all.
Good night.
I will. You do the same.
Thank you.